So in my dream this morning, I saw something that looked like to be where people are no longer living in their homes. It seemed to be like a large gathering of people in an area, and then there seems to be a scarcity of food, like a shortage of food, like people have like food hidden, like there's like really no food, and there's like a gathering of people like together in one place. What it seemed like is that there will be no one no longer living in their homes. It's like so far as communication, it's like you ever get to a place where you have to, some people try to go up higher just to see if they can receive a signal. Well, that's the way it's looked like in my dream. That's the way it looked. As if you had to go stand in a certain spot to get a signal or get a signal out. I'm not sure people will. In my dream, it seemed like there was a smartphone and a tablet, and I had a tablet, and supposedly this person was my father, and he wanted to use my tablet while I used his smartphone because the tablet was big enough for him to see. So I seen in this dream that there was a scarcity of food. There was a mentioning about someone speaking about them having more food than what they said they had. There is going to be a serious drought of famine on the earth. Whether this was a tribulation, because it seemed like it was a tribulation, it seemed like something massively went wrong. In my dream, it seemed like something massively went wrong because there was a lot of people in this one area. If you picture, I'm going to give you a picture in your mind that you can see what I saw. Just imagine that you are up under a bridge, and under this bridge, or you can take any highway from one side of the street, and let's say there's 4 lanes on each side, and that whole area from 4 lanes all the way across are 5 lanes on each side. You would see that it would be multitudes of people, multitude of people, and you see this, and it will be so many people that everyone is basically almost on top of each other, but there's like, what I saw was like tables, like tables you see at the park with the benches on it, and this is what I saw, and it's like it was a lot of people. It was a lot of people, and it just seems like a really, really dangerous time. A very dangerous time. You know, when a group like that comes around, you'd have to worry about personal items that you may have. And I don't see people having personal items, especially in something like that. The cell phone and the tablet. You know, people trying to reach out to whomever they can reach out to, trying to find a signal, and you really can't find a signal. There will come a time there will be a food shortage. And when I saw this, with every gathering like this, you have kings and you have queens, and you have your own police system. You have your own judge. You have your own someone that looks at the evidence. To me, this signalizes people that were left behind. Because the person I saw, and I must have been a kid. I must have been a kid. The person who played my father was not my father. And it was a kid who had the tablet. I'm trying to remember if this was a certain place that they had, you know, food hidden, if it was in some building or something, or, you know, I know it was something about food shortages. Those that may be left behind, I suggest you started buying seeds, get soil, lamps, but lamps are not going to do you any good. The only thing I could say is because it's going to need light to grow food. Just make sure it's in an area where the sun can get to it and give it light. Stack up on items that you know you need. Stack up on items that you know you need. Stack up on these items, you know, because it's going to come a time we're not going to have food. And when I say that, whether it's during the tribulation that the harpazo or the snatching away will happen, or whether it's before. Because to me, once all there's no electronics, the whole world can't see this rapture happen. The whole world cannot see this happening. So therefore the whole world cannot see the snatching away. They can only so this would have to happen before what I saw in my dream, because there was no signal. You couldn't really reach out to anyone. So I feel if you're left behind in this type of situation, there's going to be famine. There's going to be anarchy. There's going to be people having their own government, so to speak, within this collective group of people, because many will not be living in their homes anymore. They will be huddled in massive groups. But then when this is massive groups, that causes a conflict, because everyone has their a way of how they act, and some people can stand some people and some people can't stand the way someone else acts. So my actions may irritate someone else, or someone else's actions may irritate me. So these things we have to take in consideration, especially when you want to group up with people, or when you do go into some situation where things are blocked off and they got it guarded or whatever, because at this time people are going to pick up arms. People are going to have all these different things to protect their area where they are. So this is what to expect. This is what's going to happen. And there will be area that has their own excuse me. Sorry about that background noise. But there are going to be these times where this is going to happen. If you see this, you have been left behind. This is basically what I'm saying. Because for the world to see, snatching away to see people being removed, there has to be a way of online. Now the only other way that this can happen, because you have post-trib and you have trib, second trib, I guess, I don't know how it goes, but is when everything does come back online, and then they start to that last 3 year the last 3 years when it becomes for the Antichrist to come forth. Now, this is the other way that it can happen, because at that point, AI will be online. At that point, there will be all eyes everywhere would see this happen. So, post-trib, yeah, it quite well possibly could be, those that are to be raptured as soon as the second part of the tribulation happens, which is the last 3.5 years, when everything starts to come back online, when they start putting up the monitors, the TVs, cameras in it everywhere, and at that point the whole world would see, but at this point now, the whole world still can see, because that's why we have the internet. We're able to post these things that we see that people may think, where it may be AI, but at that point we will make sure that people will see at that point. But at some point it'll get to a point to where but once this famine happens, once this down of the system, and that could be because a CME, that could be because nuclear war, one of those two things, or it could be a massive earthquake or a massive tsunami. One of these things can possibly knock a country back into the Stone Age. But even more so, if it hits all around the world, it would be a CME from the sun, or it could be from nuclear war. Or it can quite well be three unclean spirits coming into the earth's atmosphere. But I just wanted to get on and speak my dream, what I saw, which was not good. It seems that the Father and the Son, I wouldn't necessarily say comfortable, but it seemed that they were content at where they were and what they were experiencing. I'm guessing the group that they were with was, this was a massive group of people, that they have been there for a while, and they have developed a closeness with everyone that's there. But it didn't seem like there was much stress from what I saw. It just was like a large gathering of people, like a small town that has a saloon, and you got a stranger come in off the beaten path, that come through the town and probably causes some type of chaos, but that's the way it was. It's like, everyone goes to this one little small church, and everybody know everybody, everyone know each other, there's no stranger. So but it seemed that they were very comfortable in what was happening or what was going on. They seemed that it was like it was really comfortable for them, and it didn't seem like it was a stressful situation. But I just wanted to leave that there. Put that out. There's something coming, whether it be war, whether it be CME, downing of the system, whether it be natural disaster, earthquake, or volcano eruption or something like that. But there's something coming. We all know it and we all can feel it. But I'm going to leave this here. Thank you all for watching. Wherever you are in the world, hopefully you're having a good morning, a good evening, or a great night. Pick up your trees. Keep your oil lamps full. Watch positive things. I will uplift your spirits, will continue refilling your oil. Learn to love each other like you love yourself. Learn to forgive and let live and let go, for this is your salvation. For if you do not do these things, you will not be on that ark. I would say till the next time, the Creator of all things speaks. Thank you for listening. The One out.